At society, Claire tells her parents that she'll start working with her grandma soon. She's looking forward to the challenge, but is sad she won't be Harrison's nanny anymore. She's told Summer and Kyle, and now she's hoping the boy won't be too disappointed. It will be a tough conversation, but she's hoping to get to tell him herself. She wants him to know she's not abandoning him. Victoria's sure she'll still see him often. Claire says it won't be the same. She tells them about a game she plays with him involving pigeons. She asks Victoria and Cole if they think she's making a mistake. Victoria assures Claire that they're happy with her, but brings up Billy being disgruntled. Claire doesn't think that will affect her. Cole says they'll support her and senses she needs to see this through. Claire says even having a choice about her future is something she doesn't take for granted. Victoria just hopes she's thought this through and what she'll be walking away from. She hopes Claire doesn't think they're being unsupportive. Cole goes on about how Claire will be a star at whatever she does. They want to keep her safe. Victoria says they want to make sure they have all the information. Claire is sure she wants to work with Nikki regardless of the risk. Victoria and Cole just want her to be happy. Claire says she has a lot to be happy about these days. Summer arrives at the Abbott mansion, where Kyle is surprised to see her. She asks if Harrison is around, and he tells her she just got back from a playdate. She thinks they should tell him that Claire won't be his nanny anymore. I think the news should come from us. Kyle doesn't understand. He thinks the news should come from Claire. Summer thinks they need to show Harrison that they're on the same page on this. Kyle worries she's trying to take this away from Claire. They owe it to her to let her tell him on her terms. Summer argues that they're his parents. The information should come from them first. Kyle argues that Claire is special to him. Summer is sure he'll understand. Kyle is getting the feeling she'll be relieved Harrison won't be spending so much time with Claire. Kyle asks Summer, "Are you sure this isn't about my connection with Claire?" They've gotten closer. Summer laughs. Is he asking if she's jealous? She wonders what he wants from her. He started a relationship with their son's nanny, her cousin, and didn't even tell her about it. Kyle says she is bothered. Summer insists this is about Harrison. She's looking out for her son, that's all. Kyle tells her he'll see where things go with Claire, and she's moved on with Chance. Summer's expression tells a different story. He asks, "Things are still good with you and Chance, aren't they?" Summer tells Kyle she and Chance are taking a break. Things got tense between them when he arrested Daniel. She knew he was innocent and Chance wouldn't listen to her, or even entertain any other possibilities. He won't apologize and isn't sorry even though he was wrong. Kyle hopes they can work it out, but concedes it's a lot. Summer admits he's the first person she's told about her and Chance. It's weird. Kyle asks if she's sure she's okay with him dating Claire. Summer says that's his business. "Like you said, we have both moved on." She asks if he's okay talking to Harrison about Claire together. She wants to show him that they're a united front. Kyle agrees, yes, we'll tell Harrison together. In their motel room, Ian looks out the window, grimaces, picks up his phone, grimaces again, and walks over to pour a coffee. Jordan comes in and exclaims, "That girl. How dare she?" Ian asks where she's been, and what took her so long. He gripes about being stuck there. Jordan suggests he go out and play spy if he doesn't like it. Ian asks what happened out there. Is there any news? She says, "Oh yeah, and you're not going to like it." Jordan tells Ian that she followed Sharon's attorney, Michael Baldwin, while she was out. Neither of them can stand him. Jordan goes on a tangent about Claire living a grandiose life while she's forced to sneak around. Ian asks, "Isn't she the Abbott's nanny?" Jordan says, "Oh, apparently there's been a development. I saw her with Kyle Abbott, and they were quite cozy. It seems she's fallen for him. She rants about the life she'll have as the wife of the Abbott heir. It's like she's forgotten everything she taught her." Ian gets her back on track about what she found out when she followed Michael. Jordan says they had Sharon's drugs analyzed. They know about the PCP. At home, Sharon tells Nick and Mariah to stop with the looks, they're not subtle. Maria says they're just wondering if she's okay. She's very quiet. Nick says she seems resigned. Sharon is glad this will all be over soon. Maria worries she's giving up, but Sharon warns she has to face this head on. Nick wants a little time. Just then, Michael arrives with news. Chance got the toxicology report back on Sharon's pills. Nick's instincts were right. Someone tampered with the medication. Michael tells them that PCP can cause hallucinations, memory loss, aggression, paranoia. Sharon says she's experienced all of those things. Maria feels this makes sense. How many times have they raised concerns about her medication? Nick is so sorry. Sharon tears up. If this really happened, how did the drug get on my pills in the first place? Maria asks if it could be a mistake. Michael doubts it. He guesses the PCP was added after the prescription was filled. Nick declares they have to get to the bottom of this. Michael says it explains what might have motivated Sharon to harm Heather. Sharon says this doesn't change anything. The others protest. Sharon says, Heather is dead. I am responsible. Do you really believe the drug was planted there purposely? Michael says the point is that tainted drugs caused her to act in ways she wouldn't have otherwise. Maria wonders, who would do this? In the motel room, Ian hollers, damn it. They weren't supposed to find out about the pills. How did this happen? He asks who pushed for this. Jordan overheard that it was Nick Newman. Ian didn't think he'd be smart enough to even go there. He tells Jordan she has to get back out there and fix this. Jordan says it can't be undone. The cat is out of the bag. Ian points. This is on you. You were sloppy. I never should have trusted you. Jordan is offended. Ian says that you want something done right. You better do it yourself. In Sharon's house, she can't wrap her head around this. Who would want to drug her? Michael and Maria urge her not to ignore the evidence. Sharon tells Nick his instincts have been on point all along. He never stopped believing in her. Nick says he never will. She tells him their support means everything. Nick will always go the extra mile for her. Never doubt that. At the Abbott mansion, Harrison runs up to Summer and hugs her. Kyle asks him to sit down between them. He talks about his Christmas list until Summer says they have some news about Claire. Harrison asks if she's coming over. Kyle says she got an exciting opportunity to work with Grandma Nikki at a big company. Harrison thinks this is awesome. They can go there when she picks him up from school. Kyle tells Harrison that Claire would love to show him around her new office, but she has to focus on that full time. Summer explains that she won't be picking him up or dropping him off anymore. Kyle confirms she won't be his nanny anymore. They tell him it's okay to be sad. Harrison's glad he'll still get to see Claire sometimes. I love her so much. At Society, Victoria asks Claire if she's having fun with Kyle. She says she is. Cole thinks her smile says it all. They go over Victor using Kyle to get to Jack, and that it was wrong. Cole's impressed that Kyle could look past what happened and be happy for Claire. She's glad her parents like him. She feels she hit the jackpot when it comes to her family, and to Kyle. In the motel, Jordan warns Ian he better not be thinking about reneging on their agreement. She's done everything he asked at considerable risk to herself. He argues that he got her out of prison and she's let him down ever since. Jordan tells him every arrangement has glitches. It's what you do next that counts. Ian asks, any suggestions? Jordan says, oh yes. I have worked hard to advance your cause, and you have done nothing to advance mine. My niece is out there living the life of the new Princess Newman, falling into the arms of the young Prince Abbott. It's your turn. All he does is sit there and wait for updates. It's time he starts living up to his end of their arrangement. You do what you promised me, or I'll bring this entire enterprise crashing down on you. At Sharon's place, she looks off into space as Mariah, Nick, and Michael debate what the new evidence means. Michael says they have to find out how this happened. Sharon says she's been out of it for months. Nick says she was drugged. Sharon says the idea that someone wanted to hurt her, to make her act this way. She needs some space and wants some air to process this. Michael's not sure that's a good idea. At the motel, Ian emerges from the bathroom in a hat and sunglasses. He doesn't appreciate Jordan forcing his hand. Jordan sees a twinkle in his eye and suggests he's excited about this. Ian would have preferred to wait until he was ready. I just hope the dear people of Geno City are ready for me. At Sharon's place, Maria and Nick agree with Michael. If her meds were targeted, she could be in danger. Sharon won't go far. Maria worries she'll disappear. Sharon says this is a big revelation, she just needs to think. Maria and Nick offer to go with her. Sharon insists she'll be fine. My medications have been tampered with. A woman is still dead because of me. I need some time to be alone. With that, she walks out the door. Kyle joins Claire, Cole, and Victoria at Society. Claire's parents head out, and Claire kisses Kyle. She asks how his day is going and if he's coming from work. He says home. Harrison got dropped off. He breaks the news that he and Summer told Harrison about her new job. She asks how that happened. He says Summer thought it was best if the news came from them, his parents. Claire made it really clear that she wanted to tell him herself. Kyle says it was a sticking point for Summer. She wanted to be a united front for Harrison. She thought it was what was best for him. I hope you can understand. Claire asks if she can still talk to him about herself. Kyle says of course. He shares that the boy took the news like a champ. He's proud of her, almost as proud as he is. Outside, Victoria and Cole watch Kyle and Claire kiss. Victoria worries that their daughter should slow down. She has a lot coming at her at once. Cole asks if she's still concerned about her working for Nikki. Victoria hopes she doesn't regret it. In the motel, Jordan tells Ian it will do him good to get back out in the world. He says it's because she forced his hand. It doesn't usually end well for the people who do that. Jordan promises to come up with a way to handle the new wrinkle in Sharon's case. Ian marvels that no matter how bad they fight, they always make up. Jordan smiles. Oh Ian, we are something special. He says, yeah, like an old married couple. She says, almost. He kisses her hand. In Society, Nick, Maria, and Michael worry about Sharon. Maria can't understand why she wouldn't want to use this evidence in court. If she doesn't fight, Faith will be devastated. We all will be. Nick asks Michael for his take. He says there's a lot more they need to know. Nick says someone tampered with Sharon's medication. They need to find out who and why before they strike again.